The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. If it's tech worth tapping into, you'll find it right here on Tap Tech. The Mac Mini has always been the dark horse of Apple's lineup, a compact powerhouse that delivers incredible value. But the M5 generation isn't just an upgrade, it's poised to fundamentally change what we expect from a small form-factor desktop. Forget everything you think you know about mini PCs, because what Apple is reportedly doing with the Mac Mini M5 and M5 Pro is nothing short of a desktop revolution, and you might not have to wait as long as you think to see it. So, let's talk about the timeline, because this is the first crucial piece of authentic information. The first M5-powered Macs, like the refreshed MacBook Pro and MacBook Air, have already debuted or are set for a very early 2026 release. But the Mac Mini, often slightly delayed or released mid-cycle, is currently tipped by the most reliable sources, including analysts tracking Apple's supply chain, for a mid-2026 launch. Some initial whispers pointed to late 2025, but the latest, more grounded reports suggest Apple is packaging the Mac Mini and Mac Studio updates together, likely arriving around June or July 2026. This strategic timing gives them enough distance from the M4 release and allows for the debut of the more powerful M5 Pro and M5 Max chips, which the Mac Mini needs to properly differentiate its higher-end tier. Now, let's dive into the core of the upgrade, the silicon. The M5 chip itself is the star of the show. Built on an enhanced 3nm process, this isn't just a slight bump in clock speed. The biggest, most immediate upgrade is the neural engine. Leaks around the M5 architecture point to a massive leap in on-device AI performance. We're talking up to 3.5 times faster AI processing compared to the M4. Why does this matter for the Mac Mini? Because with the release of Apple Intelligence, the M5 Mac Mini is being engineered as the ultimate on-device AI powerhouse. This enhanced neural engine will accelerate everything from generative text and image creation within apps like Final Cut Pro and Photoshop, to instant, high-fidelity video transcription, all done locally without sending your data to the cloud. For anyone in development, video editing, or data science, this single upgrade justifies the move. The raw CPU is expected to see a respectable 15 to 20% boost in multi-core performance, but the massive 45% jump in graphics performance, thanks to an entirely new GPU architecture, is what will make this tiny desktop a true gaming and 3D rendering machine. But here is where things get truly interesting. While the base M5 Mac Mini will undoubtedly use the standard chip, the biggest upgrades are expected in the M5 Pro Mac Mini. This is where the machine truly steps up to desktop-class power. Currently, the M4 Pro Mac Mini already offers Thunderbolt 5 ports. The M5 Pro model will solidify this, making Thunderbolt 5 standard on its high-end variants. Why is this a major feature? Thunderbolt 5 provides 80 gigabits per second bidirectional bandwidth and up to an incredible 120 gigabits per second for display data, which is essential for creative professionals working with high-resolution external displays. Speaking of which, authentic reports indicate Apple is developing a second-generation studio display, rumored to feature mini LED and promotion. It is highly plausible that Apple will launch this new display alongside the M5 Mac Mini and Mac Studio, positioning the Mac Mini as the perfect partner for the new 27-inch or 32-inch high-end monitor. The chassis, unlike the MacBook Pro, is not expected to receive a radical overhaul, which is actually a good thing. The Mac Mini received a slight but significant refinement in the M4 generation, with a subtly smaller footprint and a more efficient thermal system. The M5 model is rumored to focus on refining that internal architecture. This is a subtle but key new feature, a further improved passive and active cooling system. The M5 Pro and Max chips run hotter, and to maintain the Mac Mini's signature compact design, Apple needs a better heat dissipation solution. Expect a more efficient internal fan design that can handle intense, sustained workloads like compiling code or rendering a complex 3D scene for longer periods without throttling, all while staying whisper quiet. Another key component getting a necessary upgrade is storage speed. With M5, we are looking at up to 2x faster SSD performance compared to the previous generation's entry-level models. In the era of massive AI models and huge 8K video files, reading and writing speeds are just as important as the CPU. This upgrade will translate into faster boot times, quicker app launches, and significantly reduced wait times when transferring large project files, which is a massive quality-of-life improvement for any pro user. The Mac Mini also holds a special place because it is Apple's most affordable desktop machine. While the M5 chip is a leap forward, initial pricing is not expected to change significantly. The base M5 Mac Mini should retain its aggressive starting price of around $599, positioning it as the perfect entry point for students and general users. The power user who needs that M5 Pro chip, however, will be looking at a higher entry price, likely starting around $1,399, but with the benefit of increased unified memory options, possibly going up to 64 GB or even 128 GB on the highest-end M5 Max configuration. What is the biggest takeaway for you, the Tap Tech viewer? It's this: the Mac Mini M5 is not about a new look, it's about maximized efficiency and AI integration. Every single rumored upgrade, the new M5 Pro's 120 gigabits per second Thunderbolt 5, the dramatic neural engine leap, the faster SSDs, and the refined cooling, is aimed at the professional who demands silent, sustained desktop-class performance in the smallest possible package. This Mac Mini is the definitive future of the desktop for the age of on-device artificial intelligence. The new Mac Mini M5 is more than a computer, it's a workstation in a box, ready to accelerate the next generation of creative and computational tasks. And that is everything we know right now about the authentically leaked specifications and release window for the Apple Mac Mini M5. Will you be upgrading your current Mac? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That's a wrap for this week's deep dive. If you want the most authentic takes on the future of tech, then make sure you're subscribed to Tap Tech.